Let's do it. How's it going, everybody? Kind of hoping Dr. D shows up dressed as Easter Bunny. Oh, I should have done that. But hey, guess what I do have for you, Frenck? Watch this. I got one better than dressing up as the Easter Bunny. Oh, here it comes. I'm dressed as Frenck. What do you think of that? My wife went to New York and she got me this hat. She didn't even know. She'd never even seen Franck's hat. She got me this one. What do you think? I'm dressed as Frenck for Easter. Perfect time to relax with the Z's. Nice. Just broke Home Assistant. It seems to be gone forever. Oh no. Miko, oh no. That's a bummer. I've gone full squirrel. I have gone full squirrel. Keep the egghead warm. It is nice and warm in here for sure. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Oh, how's it going, everybody? I'm glad I get to be here today. It has been too long. It's been way too long. I feel like I haven't hardly been involved with the community like for a couple of weeks. Too much working. Too much working, not enough funning. Funning in the sun. And I probably won't keep this hat on very long because it is warm. Very much warm. All right. How's it going, everybody? Happy Easter. That's right. Happy Easter. Trying to flash the Shelly 2 without luck. Oh, man. You know, geez, you might not have to flash the Shelly. You can just use the Shelly's built-in MQTT function, and then you don't have to. I need to start doing that. What's new in Home Assistant? What breaking changes? Lots of things are breaking after doing updates like MQTT. Yeah, let's look at that today. Am I up there? Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's look at that. We had a few people asking about that, about MQTT, and I don't know what happened. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. I don't even know if mine's not working. I think it probably is working. Yeah, it's working. But it's possible that I didn't update yet to MQTT. No, 4.1. Okay. Should we start there? Question empty. Let me take. Well, I'll leave my hat on for a little while. I'll leave my Easter costume on for a little while. So let's see. There's a couple things to talk about today. One of them is this MQTT. I guess there's a few people having MQTT problems. I hadn't even heard about it until like 5 minutes ago when folks started asking in Discord. So we'll look at it. I don't know what's wrong or what's changed, but Franck's here, so he can always point us in the right direction. We're going to do the first things first and read the docs and see what changed. And then there were some other things. Oh, the ESP32 Motion Eye thing. So Motion Eye also had a little break in it, or I didn't fix something with an update. So it was really late last night, like 2 in the morning. So I went back. You just showed us your MQTT password. I did? Just now I did? Huh. Oh, well. I can leave the hat on. Living dangerously with auto update. Yeah, it is living dangerously. It is not because I think every breaking change has a fix. You know, and if it doesn't, then it usually doesn't get pushed. But the problem is sometimes it gets updated before you have a chance to see that it's even been updated, and it breaks before you've even had a chance to see what the fix should have been. So I was going through and doing auto updates. I think I may turn all those off. Oh, not that late, Arthur. Not that late. We just barely got started. This does look nice. See, it's New York. I don't know what Franck's says. His is something. I always figure it's some kind of hockey team or something on your hat, Frenck. I don't know what it says. How do you get Iframe to work after updating? We'll walk through that. We'll do the update and we'll see. We got Frenck here. Must say, you helped me a lot with my beginning in Home Assistant. Sorry for your English. No worries about your English, Kevin. Greetings from Brazil. You bet. I repeat, do not use auto update for add-ons. Okay. That's why it always shows up as defaulted off, huh? Yeah, that's probably, once again, Frenck with the wise counsel. It actually says Enschede. Oh, which is the city you live in. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, all right. It just looked like a hockey team hat. Mine says New York. Me and Frenck had words on auto update. Me not reading the changelog. Yeah, he got after me last night for it too. I said, oh, I think it, motion I broke after the update, and Frenck got me with the did you read the changelogs? No, I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry, I will. Someone had problems with me. SSL handshake failed. Uh-oh. New York? Yeah, well, Thomas, just because, that's Seamus. How's it going? Yeah, they went on a trip. My wife and Jackson went on a trip like last month, I think, March. And this is what I got. I wanted to go on the trip. I couldn't, so I got to stay here. Auto update equals auto break on major changes. Yeah, that's the truth. You got to know what you're getting into. And I guess before you update, anytime before you update, you should read this stuff, huh? Did I get any further with my water filter ultrasonic sensor? Use mine in a percentage full on my oil tank. Yeah, it's actually working really well. I think it may have had some funkiness. Oh, look at, whoa! Looks like it dropped a ton. I need to update this. So this is the problem with it being a little, it's kind of rocky, and so I don't think it syncs as a nice even mesh, but it's syncing. It is syncing. Looks like it was there, and I don't know. But yeah, it gave us a warning. So it gave me a warning because I had just set it, nice, Tony. I had just set it to a certain guess, and then when it alarmed and said, hey, it's low, I went down and looked, and it wasn't even close. So I need to reset it because this was just guesses about when it would be empty, But it's working. Possible to make Home Assistant to listen HTTPS and HTTP problem when accessing locally. HTTPS needs internet because of duck DNS. Yeah, Jane, there are some ways around that kind of thing. I don't know them very well, but Nginx, yeah, there you go. Bosher says Nginx. That's what I was going to say. Do we know when 9.2 will be out? I don't. Frank's here. He might know. Let's look at a couple things. So let's look at man, why is that light always on down there? Let's look at some of these changes. Let's go to Hass.io, and we'll go to, I'm already getting sweaty with this hat on. It's warm here. It's like 70 something degrees outside now. It's warm. Like it's about to be air conditioner time. Let's go to Mosquito. Let's go to, did I give you my password right there? I don't even care. I know I should, but it's just the way it goes. Configurator still works after the Ingress. My configurator worked after Ingress, although I did back up. This is now I backed up, like as in backup. I mean I took a step back, so I think I'm on. I guess I'm on the latest. I am on the latest Home Assistant, or else it would say it right here, right? So I am on the latest Home Assistant, and so Ingress. Yeah, well, I'm at home, so I can't really show you Ingress, but I used it last night. I was at work and people were asking questions, and I needed to show them something out of my configuration, and so I used the where is it? The configurator. Oh, don't open that now. Don't open that now. It's going to open to secrets file. All right. Okay, let's look at this Mosquito thing. And then what is this going to be where the documents are, where the changes? Here we go. Since version 4.1 of the add-on, an explicit ACL definition is now required. See these instructions. Let's read them. It is possible to restrict access to topics based on the user logged into Mosquito. Okay. In this scenario, it is recommended to create individual users for each of your clients and create an appropriate ACL. Okay. See the following links for more information. Add the following configuration to enable unrestricted access to all topics. So this is what we want. So it sounds like you'd have to make I think they individual users for each of your clients. Oh, that would be. Is anybody doing that? Frenck, are you doing that? I mean, I've got, like, how many MQTT clients do you have? Something in the 20s or 30s? And you got to make a different Home Assistant user for each one, or just a different MQTT user login thing? This is where the community version of MQTT Broker is nicer, since it allows you to do ACLs easier inside the add-on config. Oh, so instead of Mosquito, maybe back to using just the Am I not using the community version? Prevents kids changing. We'll get there, Mr. Fixers. We are going to do that. We're going to do the iframe thing. Do I have a moderator today? I don't. I don't usually have a moderator. I should. Do you want to be the moderator? We need a moderator. Okay, that's what you get. That's what you get. And Frenck is already a moderator. Frenck is now also a moderator on YouTube. I need admins. Yeah, I think so too. I'm seeing all these smiley faces. It's nice. That's pleasant. Thank you. But we are getting spammed. So you guys can take care of that for me now, right? Timed out for... See? Sorry, Tony. I'm sure that was nice of you to want to send some smiley faces. What'd I miss? Can I start over, please? Oh, you bet. For you, Bobby, you bet. Moderator? What's moderator? Moderator is somebody who has the power to block somebody for spamming too many things. We don't want to have to do that, but we will if we have to. Okay, so let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. We're going to do this. We're going to do it unrestricted first. We'll stick with this way, but we can also use the other version of this. This is the... Oh, this one. Yeah. Okay. This is the one that you have, Frenck, right? In your... I got you. This is what's in the community add-ons options, right? So I guess the one I'm using must be the one from the main officials. Gotcha. Yeah, I did try that, and I just didn't do the setup right one time, so I'll have to go back and try it again. Anyways, let's do this. We're gonna fix MQTT. So for those of you coming late, Bobby, so there was a change with the Mosquito add-on 4.1, and the change had to do with giving us a new option for security. That's always good. You've had no issues? Oh, well, you're lucky, I guess. Lucky. So what it lets you do, it sounds like there's an AL, where did it go? We're going down here to fix this. Going down here to fix it. Here it is. Access control list. So basically what it sounds like it does is you have like each client, so each device has to be given certain permissions to be able to access certain topics. And if that device can't maybe publish or subscribe to a topic based on this control list, it gets blocked. And I'm sure that's a good thing. I'm sure that's a good thing for security. There's a lot of vulnerabilities for hacking through MQTT and stuff. It doesn't seem to be too hard, especially if you keep giving out your password on the internet. That's what I've been told. I wouldn't know. That's what I've been told. So anyways, so this got added with 4.1, with Mosquito add-on version 4.1. And what that's done for some folks is it broke some stuff. So we're going to fix it. So this is the instructions on how to fix it. I have not fixed it. I'm going through this for the first time live. It's always a good idea to do these kinds of things live for the first time. But hey, if anybody's going to do it, it should be me, right? If anybody's going to get on here and make a fool of themselves and mess with things that they don't know how to do, I'm the guy. You like it? I'm dressed up, Glenn. This is my Easter costume. Frenck got on and said, oh, it would be funny if the doc showed up dressed like the Easter bunny. So I said, oh, I got one better. I'll dress like Frenck. And so I grabbed this hat out of my wife gave me this hat like a month ago, and I just barely got a chance to put it on. All right, let's do it. So it looks like what we need to do is we need to enable this, add the following configuration to enable unrestricted access. So that's what we want to do. So we're going to go here to, we're going to go to the configuration and we're going to add this thing. You guys all ready to see my MQTT password? Because I'm going to show it to you. I'm sorry. I should just use secrets, but I just haven't. So whatever. All right. We're going to copy this. We're going to go to my home assistant config. And we're going to have to put it inside of this, I'm assuming. This is going to be ugly. I'm just telling you right now. Bah! All right. So let's see. After this, we're going to need a comma. And then what? What else is wrong here? I think that's what we would need. Secrets don't work on the core add-ons. Oh, only work on the community add-ons. That's because Frenck is better. Okay. One more. Oh, here. Yeah, I'll give you this. I'll give you this page, guys. I'll give you this page. Good point. Good point, Bobby. Here. Copy and paste. El Pasto. So this is what we're working from. I just put that link there. We're working from this page right here. And so what Frenck was saying to me too is that the reason that you guys get my passwords is because this is a core Home Assistant add-on. It is not a community Home Assistant add-on. In the community Home Assistant add-ons, you can use secrets. In the core Home Assistant add-ons, you have to reveal your password to the world. You like the hat, Lynn? You like it? Whew. Oh, I already have those lines under customized. Look at that. You're right, I do. Well, that's probably why it messed up. Thank you. Okay. So that's probably why mine's working. That's probably why mine's working. Okay. So now let's get rid of this stuff that I just pasted in there. Because we don't need that anymore. But anyways, so this is what you need. So what you probably have for all of you that are having issues here, you need to add this. Customize, and then you're including, I guess, all the way down to that comma right there, right? That comma, you probably already have a comma somewhere in there. So you need to add this. Why both ours are working fine. Yeah, probably, Steven. That's why mine's working fine, why yours was working fine. So you need to add that. Let's go back and read those two, see what the next steps are. Create share mosquitoacl.conf. Okay, let's go look and share. We'll go look and share. Like share the music lady. I got you, babe. About this MQTT thing, cannot help. I've stopped using MQTT months ago. That's right. Frenck is off the MQTT crack. Son says, thank you for the stickers. Did they arrive? Awesome. Awesome, James. Well, happy birthday to him. You're welcome. Your active is also false instead of true. Oh, okay. What QoS and retain true. Hold on. Let's do one thing at a time. We're already getting squirreled. That's bad. It's too early to get squirreled. All right, let's go to share. And then, oh, see, I just have Motion Eye. Those are my camera configs. So, create share Mosquito acl.conf and add this part to it. Okay. So let's do this. What's wrong with MQTT? So there was a change with version 4.1, and the change had to do with adding some additional restrictions on certain devices being able to have access to certain topics and such. And for some people that broke some stuff. So we're walking through the steps on what they have to do to fix it. If yours is working, don't worry about it. If yours is working, don't worry about it. Don't change anything. If it's not working, we're going through the fix. Okay? So, oh, Jan, I need your address still, dude. Did I get your address? Maybe I did. I don't think I did. No. Jan, you won stickers, remember? You gotta Discord me your address, man. Unless you did. Maybe you did and I'm forgetting. You're in Spain, right? I remember you're in Spain, but I don't remember if I got your sticker address or not. You have all the directories and files in place? Okay. Well, then we'll keep looking for the problem there, Decon. All right, so I started a new file here in Visual Studio. We're going to paste in this line that it needs to have, and then we're going to save it as the right thing. We're going to save it as, oh, that's big. Share. We're going to make a new folder here. And we're going to call it, what are we supposed to call it? Just Mosquito. Oh, and that's two folders. Okay, we're going to make 2 folders. Okay. New folder. Oops. You guys are going to see how clumsy I am with all this stuff. I'm sure there's like 1,000 other ways to do things faster for people who do this all the time. This is how the slow guys do it. This is the remedial level. And then new folder again. But this way I make sure that I got it right and I don't have to type it. All right, and now we're going to save it here. We're going to call it, oh wait, or is that what I'm supposed to call it? No, yeah, I'm supposed to call it, oh wait, oops, I messed up. I'm not supposed to be in access control list yet. I'm just supposed to be in Mosquito and name it acl.conf. Okay, well that's fine. We can do that still. No harm done. acl.conf. Wonder if this will break mine since it's working. Okay, so now I've got that. I've got acl.conf. It's got this line in it. And that's it. Smart like a fox. You're welcome, Arthur. I hope it helps. Okay, next we're going to do the next step. Next step is that one. Okay, so create share Mosquito access control list with the contents. Blah. Oh, is there a file name for that one? I guess it's just access control list with no... Nice Frenck hat. It's a Frenck hat, huh, Fi? I'm dressed up as Frenck for Easter. Share Mosquito access controls. I guess that's supposed to be the name of the file, not the folder. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll just oops. We'll go back here, make another new file, paste this in there, and then we're going to save this as Mosquito, and then we're just going to call it access control list. Access control list. No, I don't want to put any thing on the end of it. Okay. Wait, what happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, did it mess up? Yeah, it messed up. Because I selected that stupid thing. Okay. Access control is safe. Why is it doing that? It's going there, and I don't want it to go there. It's... What am I working on, Jason? We're working on this. There's a little update for Mosquito and had a little break in it, and so we're fixing it for folks who had it break. It will conflict with the directory name. Oh, okay. So we'll just get rid of this. Thank you. Thank you, Cyber. Appreciate that. Need some help. Okay, now we can do it. Oh, man. Now I have to type it. Did I spell it right? File name is not valid. Why not? Turn on some heat, man. It is hot. It is hot. This is only because I'm wearing a costume. The share folder can be accessed to SVs for the... What's the deal, man? Is it supposed to be dot something? Channeling Frenck today. Yep, that's right. Dressing up as Frenck for Easter. Hey, Rob. This problem with the documentation all the time. Can't follow it. I mean, you got to give... I look at the documentation every time, and I am in awe of the time that the guys who make it put into making it. If you think about how... Like, so, I don't know, Frenck, did you do this? You put this documentation together? I don't know who did, but whoever did, this took some time, right? They understand it, and they don't have to do this for us, but they do, and it's great. And maybe it's not always... I mean, I can coming from an angle where I try and explain things like in videos or whatever, And you always have to think about how much do I have to explain? How much time do I have to get the point across? And so I can understand why sometimes they leave some things out. And that does sometimes, if you depending on where you're at on your understanding, that can leave some of us behind for sure. But don't be too harsh on them. Just, it does help. But that's why I'm here. That's why we are here, to help fill in those gaps. So I want to make a statement about the docs, the next message I put out there. Okay. You need to go to the folder and create the file as a text file, then remove the text and the name. Okay, well, thank you. Let's do that. So let's just call it text.txt. Now it's there. Okay. We're going to close all these. This was something else. We could talk about that too if we get a chance. And now we're going to go to here and we're going to take the end of this off. We're going to rename it, cut off its tail. It's going to say, whoa, you can't do that. And I'm going to say, yes, I can. Back off, man. All right. There we go. So that's what it says you need to do to fix this access controls thing. So for those of you just coming in late, well, does it need the YAML extension? Is it YAML? No, I don't think so. Oh, wait. Your MQTT user? Hold on a second. Does this mean I need to fill this in? I need to customize this with something? It can't just be your MQTT user, right? Documentation is written by technical people. Non-technical people expect it to be non-technical. That is a mismatch. You got it, Frenck. The problem is nobody likes making documentation. Amen. That's why I do videos, because I don't like making documentation. The only way it gets better is if everyone in here started helping out writing it. Good point. Everybody can fix, update, or contribute to the documentation. So when you go through something like this, if you struggle and then figure it out, you can go, where does it, there's probably a button here somewhere that says edit in GitHub or something like that, right? Edit this page on GitHub. So let's edit that. Let's fix this part about the create with contents, blah. And let's just say we want to, we're going to make a proposed change. They don't have to take this change, but let's make a proposed change. So you see I hit that little pencil, right? So if I'm doing this right, so let's make a control list, and we're going to say .txt. Well, let's see. No, let's do this with content, this, and then after that, I don't know how this markup language works, but after that, we're going to say you may need to, let's put it you. I'm doing this as an example. If nobody accepts this, that's totally fine. You may need to add .txt to the end of access control list to get it to save. Then after it is saved, rename the file and remove the .txt. How's that? Sound good? Okay. Then we're just going to go propose file change. And now somebody can look at that and go, oh yeah, that probably makes sense. Or they can, is that all I need to do? Or do I need to hit this other pull request? You guys tell me if I need to hit the pull request. I don't know if I do or not. Don't update the docs before testing. Oops. Well, anyways, like I said, this is an example. Hopefully that doesn't just cause somebody some extra work, because now they're gonna have to look at a change that maybe is wrong. But anyways, this that's how you do it. That's what I'm doing. Oh, good. Some computers will let you do it without the text file. Good. So this is still correct. It's not saying you have to, it's saying you may need to, depending, right? Awesome. Got to hit create pull. Okay, thank you, Rob. I wasn't sure about that. So we got to hit create pull request, and then this, and then I can put in here what it is, so somebody, so somebody can know, when they're looking through the docs to kind of approve things, they can look and see what change we made. So we said adding extension, extension to access control list. We'll say adding temp extension to access control list. Okay, and then we create pull request, and now that goes out there to whoever. At least one approving review is required by reviewers. Okay, so somebody's going to review it, and then if they say, oh yeah, that's a good change, then they click yes, and bingo, it becomes part of the documentation. And then for the next people who look at it, it's easier to do. So you guys let me know if I did any of that wrong, but that's a great point, Frank. Thank you for making that point, because it's so true. And we could make these so much better. I don't do enough. I certainly don't do enough of editing the docs when I could. If you get back to that PR in like 2 to 3 minutes, oh, cool. You can actually watch it on a live website. Oh, wow, cool. How do I get back there? Is it here somewhere? That's some of the trickiness here with, again, non-technical users like myself and many of us. Navigating GitHub can be a little intimidating. It's just a little intimidating. Unique URL with your change in it. Oh, cool. I know I did make an edit change like this one time to something in, oh, look at that. Overload UT. Added it to the to-do label. Excuse me. So, anyways, it's happening. Deploy netlify. Pending deploy preview processing. Cool. Anyways, this is good. This is good. This is how it works. Awesome. Hey, Squalazo, how's it going, man? I think you can select all files and use the file name without extension. I tried, Day, and it gave me errors. So this was another workaround. All right, let's see. Frank's hat. That's right. Poof, and it works. Okay. So I don't know. I guess let's see now. So mine was already working. I started to say before I got squirreled again that this was because of 4.1 and some new change that included some more restrictions if you wanted to from certain clients, like certain devices, being able to access certain topics. So this was a little more security that got added, and for some folks it broke things. If you don't already have these few lines of text in your config, then it may have broken things for you. But mine had this, well, except for mine says active false, doesn't it? Isn't that what we said? Yeah, mine says active false instead of active true. So now, probably because if I leave it as false, my guess is it'll work without these. If you set this to true, then you're going to need these. But then again, this, like I said, I think that probably needs to be something, doesn't it? As soon as deploy netlify is done with a green ball indicator in front of it, the detailed link on the right should actually show your version. Oh, cool. Oh, all checks have passed. Show all checks. Yay. So does that mean if I go to show all checks, it'll show details? Is that going to show my changes? So now, I don't understand how that works, but Frank's trying to walk me through it. Spot on. Oh, good. Nevertheless, still everybody can contribute and improve. Yeah, true. All right. There's also a huge gap between understanding software is being actively deployed and something that is 0.1. Boy, ain't that the truth, Rob. That is so true. I think it's becoming more and more apparent as as I get more educated on how these things work, that there's a lot of stuff that you have to be willing to put in some work. This is not iOS. This isn't Apple. It just works stuff all the time. The devs are doing a fantastic job of making things pretty easy to work, but it still takes some work on your side. If you don't enjoy doing that work, if it's not fun for you to solve the puzzles that come up when these things change, it's okay if this isn't for you. It is. It's okay. Home Assistant, as much as I think it should be for everybody, some people don't want to do the do-it-yourself parts that are required. To me, it's fun. I enjoy it. It's a puzzle. It's the same as sitting down with a jigsaw puzzle and playing with it. it's like trying to beat a boss in a awesome video game, right? You work at it, and you try things and it fails, and you try some more things, and then pretty soon you win, you fix it, it works, and it's like you just beat the game. So that's how I look at it, and that's why I enjoy it. But definitely some people don't want to do that, or maybe they just need to start a little further back, jumping right in and trying to do some things that you just really don't understand. Let's make it clear. It's not because this is broken. It's not because Home Assistant is broken. You have to understand it. It's possibly because of your level of understanding, and not that you're dumb. You just need to take some steps back and figure out what it is that you're missing in your knowledge base. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. There was hey, Scott, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to use that and buy a soda. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Here's my version. Oh, good. Frank's going to give me a link to my version of it. So now we go down here and we can see where did it? Yeah. Oh, look at this. I'm a developer now. Yeah. No, okay, not really. May need to add .txt to the end of the access control list to get it to save. Then after it is saved, rename the file and remove the text. So this isn't the official version. This is this is a preview. It says right there. Oh, you can't see that, but it does. It says preview. So somebody with skills and power is going to look over this and make sure that makes sense. Change it if it doesn't. Reject it if it doesn't have a hope of helping anybody. And then move on or approve it. So I don't want to pay 10 or 15,000 to a company so they can automate my house for me. Amen, Basher. Me neither, brother. That's why I'm here. I'm having fun. Oh, I meant to say, so let's talk about this for a minute, because it came up earlier this week and I wanted to bring it up. We had a Facebook post, and there was somebody who was upset. There was something broke with an update, and he was upset, and he said, "That's it. I quit Home Assistant." And that's okay. Again, it's not for everybody. It's okay. But it started a discussion that got really negative. It was like, well, people were complaining and it was just negative. And after, I watched it, I just kind of let it go for a couple days. And then when it got to the point where I was like, okay, this is really just kind of become a little toxic, at least more toxic than I want in a community that I have power over. And so I deleted it. And I deleted it with a little hesitation, because I don't want to stop people from, voicing their opinion, right? That's, of course, you don't want to censor people's opinions, but this is a fun thing. And if it's not fun, it's okay for you to walk away, but you don't have to dump on everything and make a mess, make people unhappy or angry or contentious, and then walk away. Motley Crue sang a song, not very well known, that said, "Girl, don't go away mad. Girl, just go away." Think about that. Anyways, so I just want to keep, this is a fun thing. If you're not having fun with Home Assistant, it's okay if you don't do it. A good friend of mine, really good friend of mine, in fact, one of the guys who helped me get started and get my lights figured out and get the garage door. Remember that old garage door video I did about with the D1 Mini and all that stuff, where I actually kind of wrote their own sketch? He helped me do that, and he hasn't kind of put Home Assistant aside forever. He's probably running like version 0.5 something. And then he was texting me yesterday, asking me some stuff about lights and what he should do and which ones are compatible with Home Assistant. And I said, you know what, man, as much as I want everybody to have the same kind of fun I'm having, just knowing how much he's used Home Assistant or hasn't used Home Assistant for the past year and a half, I told him, what you probably want to do is just use Amazon Echo. Just use that as your hub. Buy something with Tuya on it or whatever. As long as it says it's compatible with Amazon Echo or Google Home, whatever you have, buy that, plug it in, use it, and that'll work for you. And it'll work for you. And you won't have to tinker too much with it. Most of the time, it'll be fine. Every once in a while, maybe their servers will go down, and sure, they're spying on you and all those kinds of things that, those tin hatters frown upon. But I think for the average person, maybe not the average smart home enthusiast, but certainly for just the average user who just wants to control a few lights in their house and wants some easy pathway to do that, I can't recommend that they jump into Home Assistant and spend as much time working on it as we do. So anyways, that was I'm a bit on a soapbox. I feel like I've been on a soapbox. Let's do this. Let's go with this one. I turned down the volume a little bit. Did you notice? All right, there's some heavy discussion going on in the chat here that I'm missing. What am I missing here? Something's happening. What's happening, Phi? Something's happening. What's happening? Greetings all from Xander and I. Hey, Sai, how's it going? Hey, Xander, how's it going? Greetings, Pro. Good evening. The only thing I wish is that HAS.io would change is to stop auto-updating the supervisor. Oh, okay. If they did that, I could recommend it 100%. Nothing should ever cause a breaking change automatically. Okay. Seeing the same flame wars in OpenHab and other open source projects. People don't understand the nature of open source. It's done by unpaid volunteers for fun. Exactly, Pat. And that's why I kind of put the squash on it. And I didn't say anything about it. I don't want to add to the debate and cause any kind of contention. I just wanted like, okay, that's cool. You can have your opinion, but we're just not going to discuss that here. There's plenty of other places you can go and discuss that kind of stuff or get upset or whatever. And Frenck agrees with, oh man, if Frenck and Rob are on the same page about not updating the supervisor, then I agree too. Made the change to your MQTT is working, but seeing a lot of errors in the MQTT log. Okay, let's check them out. Saw the thread too, expecting a little much from a system that isn't technically pre-released. Yeah, and if I recall, I looked at what his initial problem was, and they weren't even related. I can't remember what they were, but they weren't related. Like there wasn't a connection. It didn't make sense. So it was just a knowledge thing. Like he just didn't have the knowledge at that point to understand what was going on and what needed to be fixed. And it wasn't much, but it wasn't the program's fault. It wasn't Home Assistant's fault. It was, I need to educate myself a little more. So I hate to see somebody go. I certainly hate to see them go mad, but anyways, I'm glad that we have the community that we do with the attitude that we do. And we're going to keep it that way if I have anything to do about it. All right. The hookup, that sounds reasonable. One of the major justifications for flashing Tasmota too. Oh wait, what did I miss? Rob said something else. Oh no, that's that. Okay. Message retracted, hookup. I'm with you. Oh boy, everybody's agreeing with Rob. That's always good to agree with Rob. Rob's smart. If you want to quit, that's fine, but better spend 5 minutes hunting down the solution. Yep. You got it. Your ears don't bleed that time. Yeah, well done. Yeah, I turned it down. Home Assistant is fun. Can't spend a day without tinkering. Love it. See, that's great. It's like having a Volkswagen, like a Volkswagen Bug in high school. I loved tinkering with it for a while. I tried all those Mosquito steps, but the big change that you need to make is to get rid of the username and password and use a HAS.io user password on all your devices to access MQTT. Oh, okay. So where do you change that, Basher? I'm going to suggest you just do it. Make your config like mine. Make your config like, just make this false. Make this false, and then you're just like mine, and you don't have to do any of this. Is that true? Am I wrong somewhere along there? The retain and QoS. What about it, Bobby? Let's see. Is it in here? No. Oh, is that for the different topics? Just subscribed. All right. Try Plus tutorials. This for you. Here we go. Say happy birthday to your daughter. Oh gosh. Elida? How do you say her name? Seamus, I want to say her name right. Her 6th birthday party yesterday. Happy 6th birthday. I have a little girl who's 6. Do you like princesses? She likes princesses. She likes princesses very much. Elide? Eyelid? It's a pretty name. You have a very pretty name and a very nice dad who's very smart. Oh, Eiley. Oh, Eiley. Oh, that's a beautiful name. Well, happy birthday, Eiley. Hope you get some awesome presents from your dad. He's a good guy. Want to educate people about philosophy of use? Do you want to use Home Assistant to kludge together cloud-based tech or become cloud independent? Yeah. Good starting place. That's a good point. You know, when I did the my little Home Assistant 101 video, Ailey. Oh, Ailey. Oh, I'm sorry. Ailey. All right. Well, Ailey. Sorry, I said your name like 4 times wrong. Well, you are a sweet little girl and you have a great dad and you have a happy birthday. You tried to set it false and it didn't work. Okay. I wonder why mine's working. And I wonder what's this QoS, what's this QoS thing, Bobby? The retain and QoS. Explain to me where that is and what is happening there. Yeah, mine says New York. My hat says New York. It was a present from my wife when she went to New York. She's back now. You know why I started with Home Assistant? Because I wanted to use Ben's lights, Ben's LEDs on the house. I didn't really think, like I probably am not quite as concerned about the cloud stuff sometimes. That was interesting. But now I would so much rather just have, MQTT control or ESP-Home or something like that. So QoS checks if you get, yeah, where do I put it, Stephen? Where do I put it? And Bobby, do I put it in here anywhere? Do I put it in the config box or is it somewhere else? Someone said we can't use them anymore. Oh, maybe the retain. Yeah, maybe. Oh, so in the configuration, that's probably what you mean. That's probably what you mean. So when you go to your config.yaml, let's open that. I think I know what you're saying now. There was it was retain, and it was also, there were some things with automations. Those are old breaks. Well, I say old breaks. I think those were like 0.88 breaks or something like that. Who's Ben? Oh, wow, it has been a long time. Ben Bruh Automation. He made videos a couple years ago. He hasn't done much lately. He started to again, then he hasn't really kept up, and I can't blame him. What? I see a donation. £5. Thanks, man. It doesn't say your name yet. It will in a second. Make sure you type in a message, because you should be able to type in a message when you do a super chat like that, and it will say it out loud. It should say it out loud. Towards some headphones to wear under your hat. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Pete. Oh, here, is this how Frenck does it?
Towards some headphones to wear under your hat, winking face.
Winky face. Now I really got the Frenck thing going. Oh, you know what? This is nice because it actually opens this up a little bit, so my head is getting a little more air. So that's good. Now it looks a little wonky, but hey, we're not here for a fashion show. Thank you very much, Pete. That's very kind. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Little Star Wars going. Miss Ben 2. Hope his next video comes out. Me too. I don't know. Who knows what he's doing? I can understand. I totally can understand. He's been a fun founding father for us, at least certainly on the YouTuber end of things. Okay. So when you go in here, when you're doing a switch with MQTT, well, see, I'm still doing QoS. And I'm still doing retain. Still working. Maybe, let's see. So we are looking at the latest changes, right? Let's go back here. Make sure that we're looking at the latest changes. This is 4.1. Those are the instructions down there. It's customize, optional logins. Okay, optional list of local users that will be created with user and password. You don't need to do this because you can use Home Assistant users too without any configuration. Okay. Allow anonymous connections. If logins is set, the anonymous user can only read data. So you either can do logins or you do anonymous. You don't do them both. And it looks like I have anonymous off. Well, not I. In this, they have anonymous off. Let's see what I have. Now I've gone to so many tabs, I'm losing track of where I'm at. This whole thing has been one big squirrel. This is not where I thought we'd go. Okay, so I have anonymous false, but I don't have, and I have logins, and that's just the login I made. But I guess you could use, so then when you set up, so that would mean to me, if I'm understanding this right, when you set up a new device, like say you go to a Tasmota device. I always go to 38 for some reason. That just happens to be one I remember. Or is it? I said that and then now it doesn't work. Is it 37? 39? There it is, 39. I say I always go to 38 because that's one I remember, and then I remember wrong. So if you go to configuration and configure MQTT, what I'm reading, based on what we just saw there, what it just said about about using Home Assistant users without any configuration, is that you can go here and your user and password can be a Home Assistant user and password. And seems to me that the add-on is able to look at your Home Assistant users and passwords and use those as well. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I know you see my password. I know. It's okay. Oh, retain false is fine, but is retain true not fine? Not okay? Let's do some heat. We'll do that heat. We'll do that ESP32 stuff too. I like that. Yes, and it closes off the headphones. Oh, it does, dude, doesn't it? So like I don't hear the outside noises very as well. It kind of pushes it in so I can hear really good. I don't have the same head shape anymore. I felt like I was channeling more inner Frenck before the headphones, but I like this. It's nice. Okay, so how do you guys feel about this? There were some people asking early on. Yeah, Fi still has my cell phone number if anybody needs it. Thank you, Fi. That's right. I still haven't printed your sticker for your headboard. If I don't print it soon, you're probably going to start posting my cell phone on the bathroom walls, huh? For a good time, call DrZzs. Use retain true. Okay, so here's the thing to do, though. Here's a better thing to do. Chris is going to come to my house. Come on over, man. Come on over. I will give you the Wi-Fi password, and then you can play with my MQTT devices. Come on over. It'd be fun to have you visit. The couple times that you've posted that you were in New York, I was like, oh, I wish I was there. That'd be so fun to go hang out. Go have some lunch and chill. All right. Not that I'm in New York, but I like to go there when I can. Yeah, we were talking about Mosquito, and there were some people asking specific questions about getting Mosquito running, and I'm not sure that we've fixed the problem for you, but we've walked through some of the steps that may fix it for you. Any tips for getting rid of a dead MQTT device? Yeah, we'll walk through that. And this is more, we're just going from squirrel to squirrel to squirrel today. Sort of from squirrel to squirrel to squirrel, not totally. All right, but let's do that. So there's a thing called Entity Registry. Yours is still broken, Decon? Man. All right, you're gonna probably need some one-on-one. If somebody wants to volunteer to really check out what Decon is having trouble with, and maybe you might post some configs and stuff like that. Oh, I need an Easter squirrel. I didn't have time. Darn. But you know what? Slowly, hopefully we can keep this group together for years and years, right? Hopefully we can all, I'm sure people will come in and go and that kind of stuff. But I want to start accumulating some things so that we can have some fun stuff like that for seasonal things and whatever. Anyways, Decon he probably needs a little one-on-one support. I don't know that I can do too much more other than walk through what we did, unless you guys saw something I was missing that we could tell him that he needs to do. But otherwise, maybe somebody can give him a hand in Discord or something. Anyways, so you want to get rid of a dead MQTT device. So sometimes you have like a device that got discovered and now it doesn't exist anymore or something. And so you want to get rid of it. So there's this Entity Registry page. I haven't used this, but this is part of what it's supposed to do. And then it tells you what to do for the rest of it. Thank you, Fi, or anybody else that helps. Been having a devil of a time getting 2U convert working. Oh no, 2U convert's awesome. I'm sorry. I wish I could talk about everything. You know how I do. Okay, Home Assistant keeps a registry of every entity it has ever seen and can be uniquely identified. Each of these entities have an entity ID assigned, which will be reserved for just this entity. Use the Entity Registry to override the name, change the ID, or remove the entry from Home Assistant. That's the part we're looking for. But removing the Entity Registry won't remove the entity. To do that, follow the link and remove it from the integrations page. So you probably got to do two things. So I know that I have some things that are not working. So let me remove them. That's fine. I have some the girls' windows. I had them on auto discover, and then I changed it. Tick lock light. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, interesting. It's not showing the girls switch stuff. We'll find it. All right. Oh, well, we can do this one because no, maybe we won't. I know. Bear with me while I work on this. I'm just trying to find a good one. Okay, this one, I know this one, this roof snow melt switch, I flashed. So when you have a Tuya device and you use the Tuya component, but not Tasmota or something like that, then this is what it looks like. It'll say switch and it'll give you some unique number like that. So I know I took several of these, but I know I took this roof snowmelt and I flashed Tasmota onto the device I was using, so I don't need this anymore. So I can take this out. So I'm gonna click on this and then I'm gonna click delete. Deleting an entity will not remove the entity from Home Assistant. To do this, you need to remove the integration Tuya from Home Assistant. Oh, I have to remove the whole Tuya integration? Okay. I'm not going to do that because not everything is. So, but then the next step would be you'd have to go here. So now you won't see it in Home Assistant anymore. So if you go look at your states page, and you search for snow, that snow melt switch won't be there anymore. Well, I guess it wasn't going to be there anyways, right? Anyways, if we went and looked through all the switches, that same unique ID switch, it won't be here anymore. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I guess maybe in some config file hidden in the bowels of Home Assistant. So we'll just, if we wanted to get rid of it completely, we go to configuration, things are frozen, integrations, and then you would have to remove, I probably could just remove it and start it back up again. Oh, it looks like I don't even have it here anyways. Maybe I never integrated it in the first place. Tuya is not even an integration. So maybe it is gone. I don't know. Anyways, that's an easy way to get rid of it so you don't have to see it as a switch. Just go to the configuration and then the entities, the entity registry. And you can pick the thing that is no longer active or that you changed the name of or that you burned up or whatever, and you click it and delete it and it'll go away. All right. Now, let's catch up on some chat because I am way behind on the chat. Way behind. All right. ESP32 flash download tool I have. And I have one bin from ESP-Home created and now trying to flash it. Okay. It gives me ESP32 chip flash download error. ESP write flash. Interesting. Yeah, auto discovery can be a pain because you should include your device settings in the config.yaml. Running over papers. Let's see. So heat, what is it? What is happening with you? So you made one ESP32 and you compiled the binary and you downloaded the binary. And now you're trying to upload it. And when you try and upload it, it gives you an error. Okay. Let's talk about your ESP32 device. Does it have a USB serial communicator already on it? Can you just plug in a USB cable, or do you have to connect jumpers, in which case you're going to need your USB serial adapter, FTDI adapter, whatever you have? Any bed occupancy related automations that I could share? I don't. But that's a fun one. I saw something on the forums. Check the Home Assistant forums for that. That would be fun. I haven't done that. A weight sensor would be a fun way to do it. I'm working on redoing my garage sensor, and I'm going to put my garage door opener. This will be like version 3 of the garage door opener. And it's going to do ESP-Home, and it's going to have an ultrasonic sensor on it. I bought a new box of ultrasonic sensors because I like them. And they work so well now. MQTT Entity Registry to remove entity devices. Could this cause a switch that is no longer in your config to show up on your state's main page? Well, it's the opposite, I think, Chris. Like, this is what I just did, was to get something that no longer exists to be removed from your states page. Because I've got devices that show up on my states page that don't really exist anymore. And they were discovered, they were added in a way that wasn't just go to the configuration.yaml and add them. If you added them in your configuration.yaml sort of manually, then you just go there and delete them, and then they'll disappear. But if you you did MQTT discovery, or I guess through an integration like an ESP-Home device, you have to delete the entity and then probably redo the integration so that it will create a new list of devices and leave that device out. I'm guessing here. Is it possible to suggest an idea for some possible update? Really, what I'm saying is, there somebody that's in charge of making updates to Home Assistant? Just you thinking out loud, Peter. You can always make suggestions. You can go to the forums and make suggestions. You can go to GitHub and make suggestions. Just not sure who's in charge. Paulus is in charge. Baloob. Baloob is his name on Discord, but you probably don't want to just go directly to there. Oh, that's awesome. Father Time with the Easter squirrel.
Huh?
This guy looks though, but you know, maybe he needs this one. He's like, don't take my egg. You better not take my egg. Thanks, Father Time. That's fun. We'll have to. Okay, I'll keep that. I'm gonna hold on to that, and we'll use it for Easter in the future. That'll be fun. All right. Let's see. Where else we at? It's a brand new camera AI thinker. Is it? Okay, I missed. There was anything else. Is there a guy in the community that is having this exact issue? Wait, which one? Where do I have ultrasonic sensors? I have one in my salt, my water softener. Use Sonoff Basic for the garage. I haven't. I've been using FTDI adapter. Double checked the jumpers. 1M Tech site. He has a pretty good video about it. I'm surprised. Indeed, the upload stalls at 98. Let's see. You compiled the binary. You verified that the binary was good. I don't know what else. What kind of machine are you working on? Is there, you know what I would do? You know what I would do, Heat? We keep trying to help you, but I also want to direct you to the ESP-Home Discord channel where Odo and the gang reside. Heat, are you on Discord? And I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Brand new, can't think. Sorry, I'm way behind on chat. Trying to catch up. Starting out using Docker on a server, is there any need for MQTT now or just Home Assistant ESP-Home? You know what? If you don't have devices already that are relying on MQTT, you don't have to use MQTT anymore. You can just go with ESP-Home. I love it, and it's, you know, there's some things that it still needs to add, but they're adding them. They're getting better all the time, and so they're working hard. Odo and the gang, I love it. I think I will always use MQTT at least. Well, I'm not one that's going to go back and change, 30 devices just to try and eliminate MQTT. It works fine, but I haven't done any new device. Well, I shouldn't say that either. I have done Tasmo convert or Tuya convert and put Tasmo on some Tuya devices and used MQTT for that. But when I'm making new things, I've been doing as much ESP-Home as possible. I really like it. I want it to work well. Verified Win 10 machine. Yes, on Discord. Okay. Hita. I'm sorry. Oh, Tri Plus. I'm sorry, dude. That's right. You put the 5 volts on the 3 and it went bye-bye. Yeah, go to Odo as well. They're pretty good. He's pretty good about it. And I hate to, I'm going to create an instant invite here for the ESP-Home channel. If any of you have not used the ESP-Home Discord, it is a great place. Odo is so good. I think I'm like medium as far as answering. If anybody puts an @DrZzs, I will usually go in and acknowledge it, at least try and answer a question if I can. Often somebody else has already answered. Odo, he won't answer everything immediately, but sometimes he'll come back and he'll put in a whole post and he'll be like, @DrZzs, here's your answer, and at the hookup, here's your answer. Not that Rob has any questions, because Rob has all the answers. But anyways, he'll go through and he'll put, what for each person. He'll go back and he'll look through what everybody asked, and he'll start answering everybody in his post. So it's a great place, and I'm sure there's something. I'm sure it's something simple, and so that's probably you're thinking the same thing. It's just, what is it? And so you need to have somebody take a look through everything that you're doing. So. Sam, it's 3 a.m. You caught the live stream. Hey, Sam, thanks. Where are you that it's 3 a.m., dude? Are you in like Australia or something? Keep me updated. Yeah, Hita, I'm sorry. Wish I had a better solution for you right off the bat. So scared of the ESP-Home API, really. Think about the nightmare of switching to a different hub in the future if you wanted. MQTT is a tried and true standard. It's pretty ubiquitous. That's true. You're right. If you're doing ESP-Home and the ESP-Home Direct API to Home Assistant, if you ever switch away from Home Assistant, then you're gonna have to redo all those devices. It's how Home Assistant draws you in, grabs you, and holds you there with fetters. I don't know what fetters are, but they sound mean. Now, that's a good point, though, Rob. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. I just like that there's one less thing that can break, one less thing that can have a problem. So, but true that. If you go away from Home Assistant, then your ESP-Home devices will need some reworking for sure. ESP-Home, fantastic for quick sensors and test projects. Yeah, it's great for like development board stuff. So doing stuff on D1 Mini, Node MCU, all that. It's pretty awesome. And you can, that's true. Philippus is got a great point. You can also just include the MQTT in your ESP-Home stuff. And that's how it was at first. ESP-Home, you can simply change one line in your config to activate MQTT. So if you want to switch, you can do that easily. There you go. There you go. Hey, Sitendra, how are you, man? What else were we talking about, guys? Distracted again. Surprise. Oh, no, that was the wrong button. I want this one. Speaking of ESP-Home, do you know how to control the times a sensor is refreshed? Oh, mostly, yeah. Humidity sensor for your plants. You need to modify the times it measures to avoid electrolysis. Sure. Let's go. Let's look at that. ESP-Home. We can look at one of my sensors. What kind of sensor is it? Because they may have different lines based on what kind of sensor it is. But like for example here, let's look at the salt level. So mine, for the salt level one, this is an ultrasonic sensor, and it's got here update interval. So if it's an ultrasonic sensor, this is the line that determines how often is it going to check the level or check the distance. You know, it'll send out its little bing, and it'll measure how long it takes for it to come back. It'll tell you what the distance is. I've got mine set to 6 hours. I can show you. I've been working on my Janice's new garage door. I'm just taking a Sonoff SV and just doing a new sketch through ESP-Home for the setup for the garage door, like I've been using before. And I did set that up. Where did I? Oh, is that not where it was? Oh, maybe it wasn't here. Oh, no, it wasn't there. Was it in the blinds? I can see now I'm going blind. Somewhere I was working on, dang it, where was it? Oh, maybe it was, I know. It's here. Dang it. Maybe it's not here. Maybe I took it out. PIR. I thought I had a Dang, man. What was I working on that I had that in there? Oh, Ingress iframe fix. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Dang, where was it? Shoot. I can't remember now what I was working on. But anyways, if you go to the ESP-Home documentation, depending on what kind of sensor you're using, they're probably all going to I mean, I could just probably pick some random one, and they're probably all going to have some sort of update interval line. And that update interval is it's when you're going to, tell it how often to check and send the data. I assume it's always going to be interval update, but just check your specific device, the specific sensor that you're using, and make sure that that's not different, but it should be the same. Yeah, let's look at the Home. Let's look at that Ingress thing, because I even saw Frenck mention it in. It was in one of these. Was it the Motion Eye one? I think it was Motion Eye. You notice mine is not updated because it broke. Didn't Frenck mention a change coming to Iframe? Yes, he sure did. Yes. Oh, yes, he did. And this is, I'm sure if we go look at the change log here, or this Motion Eye page, it'll be detailed in here. Oh, maybe not this page. Let's see. I know it's in here somewhere. So this is part of the new stuff. Motion Eye HTTP web control does not support authentication. It does not support SSL. Enable this only when you know what you're doing. Never ever expose this port to the outside world. Support contributing. No, it's not in there. Maybe it was in the change logs. That's not it. I was just reading it last night, so it's around here somewhere. Frenck, you still here? He's probably distracted. It was in here somewhere. What you do about the iframe? Is it on the Home Assistant one? Individual module change logs. Is that where it is? This is one that I know started using Ingress. Hold port-based access. If anybody finds it before me, just shoot the link, would you? Oh. Dropped everything. Oh, so sorry, dude. Thank you. Okay. Frenck's got it all here. Frenck's got it all here for us. Okay, let's check it out. I'm just going to bring Discord over here so we can all see it. Okay, so Frenck says, this is the replacement for iframe when using Ingress. Nevertheless, as of 0.92, which is the upcoming release, add-ons will get a simple toggle to do that, so no YAML code needed. Oh, okay. So this is going to, it's simple to say, don't bother doing this, right? If you're going to update to 0.92 when it comes out this week, probably, right? Then when you go to the add-on, you're just going to have a button that says add iPanel or something, right? Add iframe over here or whatever. And so you're just going to be able to click it and it'll pop up. But for completeness sake, since, you know, that's what we're doing today, what you would have to do is replace something like this with all the stuff that Frenck just gave us in Discord. This. So let's see. Let's side by side compare them here. So, custom panel, which is still where we are. Oh, it's panel iframe. Okay. So do I have a panel custom? I don't think I do. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Panel custom. Nope. So I don't have a panel custom. So that's a new heading. Okay, that's a new section, so that's important. And then you give it a name, sidebar title. Okay, so what you want it to say, same as this. Icon, great, you can do the icon. The URL, and this is interesting. JS URL. Is this, so entrypoint.js, so this is a, this file sits in there somewhere in has.io. We just telling it where to go. And then the URL path would be the same as this, I'm guessing. Embed iframe true, require admin true. Configure ingress, and then this is a standard thing. This doesn't change as long as you're doing VS Code. You just put the VS Code there. But I am still going to say, don't bother doing this if in 0.92, it's just going to be a toggle button. So just add the port number on the disabled network option. Sorry, Charlie. Where? It's probably right in front of my face. You know me. Add the port number on the disabled network option. Where's the disabled network option? Is it over here? I don't know what disabled network option is. Sorry, brother. Sorry, man. Change the sidebar title, sidebar icon, URL path, and the last option, Ingress, is available when looking at the add-on page. Oh yeah, I saw the Ingress option, I believe. Wherever these are anymore. Yeah. Is there, I thought there was a button for Ingress, but I guess there's not. Anyways. Seriously, if you do not need to open up ports, then don't. Yeah, I don't open up any ports. Nice hat. Thanks, Gad. This is my Frenck costume. I like to dress up for Easter like Frenck. Yeah, let's yeah, let's not open up the ports. Let's just wait till 0.92 comes out, and then you'll just be able to flip a toggle, and you'll have your side panels. So don't worry about it. I think that'd be fine. I think he's opening up ports like router ports or something would be a bad idea. About to restart your Home Assistant, having some stability issues on your Pi. Oh boy. I will be running in on Docker on your NAS, but it seems HAS.io OS is the way forward. Is it worth to run run normal HAS? I don't know. I use HAS.io. Because I love this whole add-on thing. So try Plus unless you have some real love for doing it. I guess the more what did you want to call it? Organic way or something? I don't know. Have it in the Discord channel for ESP-Home under DrZzs channel. Oh, really? Oh, you put it in mine? ESP-Home. Okay, great. Okay, so here's Hita's post. If anybody can take a peek and try and sort out what's going wrong, that'd be super kind. Run HAS.io on a VM in the main PC and never look back. It's a good way to go, Steven, for sure. Seamus says, Chromecast yesterday, test the stream with it. I have to use a low quality stream to get the work done. My Chromecast, I have one Chromecast. It's like a version 1. Oh, but you know what? Somebody just asked me to review some Android TV thing, so maybe that'll be good. On the configurator add-on page, click Open Web UI. Okay. Look at the URL. If the add-on has Ingress, you can see it on the add-on Ingress. Oh yeah, I did do that. Let's see. Let's look at it again. So I'm going to open this over here because I always listen to Frenck's security advice. And I'm going to go to HAS.io and I'm going to go to the configurator innator. Can we change the name officially, Frenck? Would you do that for me? We're going to open the web UI. And then what you see up here is it says Ingress. And what that means is when I'm not going to show you my remote URL, but last night when I was at work and I wanted to access a file in the configurator innator, I was able to do it through remote access. So I could use my Nabukasa URL and was able to open up a configurator just like this and was able to grab what I needed to and post it to somebody to help them out. So tons of other add-ons, VS Code, InfluxDB, adding more all the time, right? I saw MotionEye. Yep, MotionEye. So do we know yet if Home Assistant will always be free? If not, it can be forked, right? Yeah, it's open source. So if I guess at some point you wanted to, or somebody wanted to sort of freeze it in time and make a different version of it, I believe that's how things work. I hope it'll always be free. At this point with Nabukasa, that's probably the pay version. Sad trombones. Thank AutoCorrect. It doesn't work with DuckDNS. Well, if you're using DuckDNS, you don't need Ingress. If you're using DuckDNS, you won't use Ingress. Just integrated Blue Iris into your setup. Thanks for the Wyze video. You're welcome, Nicholas. You know what? Last night I installed Blue Iris, and I like it. So I'm gonna keep messing with that. I'll probably just go ahead and get the paid version and keep messing with that. Oh, Kring regarding the you know what, Kring? You can update the documentation. You could do that. We did it earlier. We showed you how. So any of the Home Assistant documentations are available for anybody to add information and help us. Mozilla WebThings, huh? I don't know about Mozilla WebThings. I have seen a couple of people post something about it today. Let's look at it. Mozilla WebThings, huh? Introducing Mozilla WebThings. Mozilla IoT team is excited to announce that after 2 years of development and 7 quarterly software updates, moz.//a. Oh, that's cute. Ensure the internet is global public resource, open and accessible to all. An internet that truly puts people first individuals. It's all very nice, very, very nice. The Mozilla IoT team's mission is to create a Web of Things implementation, which embodies those values and helps drive IoT standards for security, privacy, interoperability. As an open platform for monitoring and controlling devices over the web, including WebThings Gateway, WebThings Framework. Okay. Okay. So it's a hub, but they host it, I suppose. You sign up and you configure your own, but that's actually kind of cool. But of course it's theirs. I mean, Mozilla, maybe they're pretty secure and all those kinds of things, but a lot of folks like the local control, but I like what they're doing. I actually just started using Firefox again after years of not using it because it turns out that it's faster than Chrome these days. And I've noticed that, actually. I have noticed that it's faster than Chrome. Of course, I'm still using Chrome right now because it's got all my bookmarks. But all right. New alarms, logs. This looks cool. It looks cool. Be fun to play with. Yeah. Not switching off Home Assistant, but this is fun. WebThings Gateway for wireless routers, online documentation. Well, they have put up a lot of stuff. I'm okay with Mozilla handling my info as explained in the privacy policy, so sign up. Learn the best of web development. Sign up for the development newsletter. Okay, that's what that's about. Cool. Well, that's cool, man. I didn't know they were doing that. That's pretty awesome. All right, where are we at? I'll show that. Yep. You know what else I need to do here? Hold on, we got to do a couple things here. I got a couple things to do. I want to do... all right, I'm losing my mind. Blanking, distracted. What is the main difference between Blue Iris and MotionEye? Same, just different software. Same purpose, GAD, but different software. I would say that Blue Iris, the big difference is Blue Iris costs. There's a cost to it, $60 one time. But I think Blue Iris has also got more features. It's a bit more customizable. But MotionEye is nice because it's fairly simple. It's an add-on. It's an add-on for Home Assistant, thanks to Frenck. And so it kind of integrates pretty well. You can very easily run it on the same computer where you're running Home Assistant, which makes that easy. Where Blue Iris is going to be probably more hardware resource heavy, maybe a little, maybe a lot, I don't know. But you definitely have to install Blue Iris on a Windows machine, and you have to pay $60 for it. But the purpose of them is the same. They both integrate different cameras from different brands and stuff by tapping into their streaming feeds in a variety of different ways. And Blue Iris does a pretty good job of walking you through all the brands, what brand you have, and helping you to get it installed. With MotionEye, you got to do you have a couple options, so you have to kind of do a little bit of the homework yourself on trying to find the stream URL for your camera before you can get it set up in MotionEye. It looked to me, just playing with Blue Iris for a little bit last night, that it will help you walk through that. It's got a little bit more of a search tool where it'll search for streams, and if you tell it what kind of camera you have, then it knows how to format the URL to try and bring the camera in. So, does Blue Iris support USB sound if using a webcam? I don't see why not. All right, Augustine Marty, this is for you for subscribing. Thank you very much. Squirrel time.
Here we go.
You can hear the music now. Yeah, I would totally expect Blue Iris could do that. Thank you, Gad. You're an open hab. Just love the channel. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. You know, we got oh goodness, I'm blanking on our buddy's name. Came on and did MK, right? Is it MK? BK Hobby, who's a has a open hab user, but he's a good strong part of our community as well. All right, hate paying, but we'll go look into it. You know, I hate paying subscriptions. I understand, you know, that's the way that Nabukasa is working and such, but I'm not a fan of subscriptions generally. I think probably none of us are. I understand why people want to use them, why companies want to use them, but I'd rather just pay $60 and be done. That's the reason. One of the big reasons why I use one of the big reasons why I use Final Cut Pro for my editing software instead of Adobe Premiere is because for the price of 1 year of Adobe Premiere, you can buy Final Cut Pro and you get free updates forever. So I would have already paid like 3 times as much if I had been using Premiere as if I was using Final Cut Pro. But when you use Final Cut Pro, you also have to use a Mac. And there's some extra cost involved there, obviously. Yeah, consider it like a Patreon. I like that, Nicholas. Yeah, you're right. Final Cut Pro makes things so easy compared to Premiere. Have you done them both? I thought you were using Premiere, so you're doing them both, huh, Rob? Somebody gave me somebody who works at Adobe helped me get a trial thing, kind of and I tried it, but you are using Premiere and you hate it. I know how to do things I know how to do what I want to do in Final Cut Pro now. So it's easy. It doesn't mean it's always fast, but it's easy. And not fast because it still takes me time to edit, but that's more of my creative. I want to spend time being creative. So extra cost, but yeah, Mac, that's right. Represent. I don't know what Ian's saying. That's a different language, man. Try Shinobi. It's better than ZoneMinder and Blue Iris. Oh, cool. I know ZoneMinder and Blue Iris are similar. ZoneMinder is free. What I heard about ZoneMinder initially was that it was a little harder for beginners, a little more technical menu layouts and those kinds of things. So, well, you know what I got here? Do you guys want to try this? I don't know if this is going to work or not. Wyze Cam, pound tilt zoom. I probably don't have time to work on this yet because I gotta get an SD card and all that stuff. Shinobi has an add-on too. Oh, do they? Oh, they must have a. Do they have a? It's not an official or a community add-on. Unless I'm spelling it wrong. Dropped Shinobi as an add-on. Okay. Might be one of the worst pieces of code I've come across in my life. Okay. I can certainly turn over the judge of that stuff to you because I don't know what a bad piece of code looks like. So I'll give you that. You can have that prerogative. Those cameras, RTSP server freezes all the time. Really? Wait, you have the Wyze Cams, Assad? You have the Wyze Cams. Are you using their new beta firmware that's got the RTSP feed built into their firmware? Not that. I tried the, I guess it was sort of the Dafang hack / open IP cam, and I agree, I couldn't get it to work very well. But so far, I haven't had any troubles with my cameras. So far, I'll just have the one Wyze Cam that's running, but it's working. Mrs. Z's staring at the computer. My M5 camera is unplugged, but let's see. It's this camera, right? No, that's not it either. Where'd it go? I don't know that one. Where'd it go? It's not here. Oh, you know what? I bet you this, because I backed up from a snapshot, and the snapshot was probably from before I added that camera to this view. But that's okay. It should still be in motion eye. Yeah, this one. So this is my Wyze Cam. It's down in the basement. I called it the Kiss Cam because this is like the movie room. There's the big projector screen or whatever over here, and this is this cuddle couch. So I figure if this is where if my kids are gonna sit there and snuggle and smooch with a BF, yeah, or GF, then this is where it's gonna happen. So I called it the Kiss Cam because it's where I'm gonna catch them. But anyways, it's working. It's working great. You can see it's live right now. I could turn that light on and you can see it would change. Yeah, light's on now. Messy room, huh? It's got a stage here. I built those drawers for hiding costumes and toys. A shotgun. That's awesome. I could totally put like a shotgun sound. I have a I have a Roku down here, and I think that's actually where I even have my Chromecast connected. So it would be really fun. There's some speakers to make like there's actually an Amazon Echo down there too. So I could make like a shotgun sound. Like, hey, what are you kids doing? Is the Wyze Cam quality decent? You know what I noticed was I think the quality is a little bit better when you don't go through. I wonder what they're watching. But there's all Easter Sunday at my house. Candy and soda everywhere. Everybody's going to have a meltdown here in the next half an hour, I'm betting. I think the quality is a little better when you're looking straight at the app, but it's also, you can, if you're using Motion Eye like this, you can change the settings a little bit. So if you don't have the ideal settings, the right resolution, right frames per second and such, then you might not get a ideal picture quality. But for me, it's great. I mean, it's a good looking picture. It's better than, you compare that with, so this, I think these are still better. This is Amcrest. This is pretty dang good. Maybe this isn't better. I don't know. I'd have to, see the same thing side by side, but the price is a lot better. This is a $25 camera. This is a $50, $60 camera. This is a $40 camera, right? And it's got pan tilt. And this is, $60 camera. It's got pan tilt, zoom. This is my Pi Zero cameras. This Pi Zero cameras, not great, right? Not great. Okay, but not great. Somehow I'm back down to 2 frames per second on that one. I have to figure out why. This is also an Amcrest camera. This is a live view. You can see the trees moving and stuff. So this one I like. I like this one a lot. This is the same kind of camera as this one. So they're Amcrest $50, $60 cameras depending, and then you can they have an RTSP feed, RTSP feed, so it's easy. Can you recommend a good small cam with night vision? Wyze, dude. Wyze Cam, absolutely, 100%. I can recommend that, no problem. If you go to that new video I just did last Sunday night, I show you how to put the newest best firmware on there. So they're $25 if you don't need it to move. If you want it to move, then they have the pan tilt versions for $38. Why is it not? Interesting. Used to show them right here. Said they were the best cameras or whatever. I don't even see their pan tilt cameras on here. Oh, there it is. 36. So they were 38 the other day. So these actually, I thought this was really cool. I don't think you can see this. When you look at these, where the power cord plugs in is in this base. So the power cord never moves. So it's not like you twist this around and the power cord like twists with it. Power cord stays in one place and the whole thing twists. So that's pretty cool. This is one, I don't know if you guys saw me posting. I couldn't figure out where to hang it or where to put it yet. Like I'm out of places to put these. I'm gonna have to start putting them in bathrooms and bedrooms and stuff. Oh, thank goodness. I just got the if this then that notification that I started streaming. Good job, guys. It's only been 2 hours. All right. Stepwise. Yeah, Hita, I did a video on it, man. I did a video on it, and that's gonna be the step-by-step way to go. I'll do it again with this. I'll do it tonight, and I'll do it like I did on the last one. And but it's right here. It's right here. It's brand new, fresh off the press. I don't know who these thumbs downs guys are, man. All right, I think it's the same couple of people all the time. So there's that. All right, so let's do, I want to go spend some Easter time with some of the monkeys. What else do you guys want to cover? Anything else in the next few minutes? We'll set up this giveaway thing. Even though I don't have any stickers printed currently, we will open up the sticker contest. Were you on the top? GitHub steps, one by one. Oh, the GitHub steps? Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about this. Can I flash the Wyze Cam firmware with on the Xiaomi one? I believe so, Assad. I think, though, you might... So there are 2 different name brands that these same cameras are sold under, depending on where you are in the world. Xiaomi has a version. I don't think they're still making them. And this pan tilt camera and the version 2, the normal looking one the short one that doesn't do pan tilt, that is the version 2. Those are the ones that you can use that new firmware on. If you don't have the version 2, if you have version 1, like if you have an old Xiaomi, or the other brand is Neos, N-E-O-S, and that seems to be the one that people in Europe can get that is the same cameras essentially. If you get those, you can give it a try. The worst thing that's going to happen is it's not going to work. You're not going to break your camera, most likely. It'll either work or not explode, but it just won't work. So I would try it, and I think, if I recall, a lot of the chatter, look through the comments on this video, because a lot of the people have asked that same question, and I think many of them have been successful with different versions of those cameras. I don't know why. Where's the chat? Or where's the discussions? I don't know where the discussion is. Anyways, I don't know where the discussion went, comments and such, but there's been a lot of comments. People have said, what can they do it with different, with the Xiaomi or with the Neos? And I do believe that some people have had success, and also some people have not. And I believe that the difference is Wyze had a version 1 of the camera, and then nothing physically changed on the outside. And then the version 2 cameras, they're different on the inside, the same on the outside, so it's probably hard to know. Yeah, try Steven, look for the Neos. Look for Neos, N-E-O-S. Oh, Rob, it doesn't work. Unsuccessful with your Xiaomi cameras. Do you know, Rob, if yours are version 1 or version 2? That would help me kind of decide or solve that debate. Because I think if they're version 2 they would, but maybe they don't. And it may be, and I believe possibly that Xiaomi didn't continue their sort of cloning into version 2, or at least they didn't continue their that model of camera into version 2. So TMC's got a good point. You've got the Dafang hacks, and it's the same thing as the IP Cam Open, or Open IP Cam firmware. And you could try that, and I did try it, and I did not have success with it. But some people have. So I've been very happy with this. I think, the Wyze has excuse my yawning. Wyze has a lot of incentive for making this stable, and of course they've got the resources to actually pay people to work on it. Where the Dafang hacks and the Open IP Cam firmware, it's again one of these open source projects. Oh, hey Alicia, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Thanks for posting that. So there you go, Neos UK, and I think the price is better for those, right? Yeah, I know the Dafang hacks is RTSP. That's the reason it was the thing to try and use before the Wyze beta firmware that included RTSP. I would recommend trying the Wyze firmware. I think you'll like it. It's working great with the hack. Okay, then don't change. If you're having trouble with it, or if it's new, if your camera's new and you want to just try something, I would recommend doing the Wyze firmware. But yes, the Dafang hacks works, and there's, like I said, it's called Open IP Cam firmware, I think. No internet access required. Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. You betcha. I thought it was just had to do with being able to join the Wyze cloud. I'm sure they have a MAC list and use that to limit connection to their cloud. Are we talking about the Wyze Cam? Oh, you think version 1 versus version 2, Rob? Sorry, I missed maybe probably part of the context there. I would think once you've served an RTSP, you have to sign up for their app. Yeah, you do. You have to include the camera in their app. So you are giving Wyze some information, but I don't think your camera feed is dependent on their cloud. If that makes sense. And maybe that's never the case, but anyways, I'm happy with this. I couldn't get the Dafang hacks to work. I got this to work, so I'm happy with this. Glad we have options. Flashed it, then immediately put it on my no internet access LAN. Good job, Nicholas. You are going to be safe. Nobody's going to be peeping in on you. For me, I'm going to put this in the bedroom, and I'm going to be selling a subscription. All right. Yeah, to include the in the app, I'm sure you need to have an authorized camera, which is probably based on the Mac. Oh, I understand what you're saying. So that's why you can't use a Xiaomi camera. I gotcha. So, okay, well, I wouldn't buy the Xiaomi cameras trying to do this because it might not work. But poke through the chat and stuff, because I know there's been a lot of people asking that question, and I, unless somebody's going to send me some, unless Rudy or somebody's going to send me some Xiomi cameras or Neos cameras, I'm not going to be able to test it myself. I'm not going to buy a bunch of them just for that. Alicia's got one coming. She'll let you know in 2 weeks. Hey, Tyson's here. How's it going, man? You made it just in time for stickers, brother. Cams are basically the same. Yeah, they should be, but they're probably going to. Rob's got a great point. I mean, they know which MAC addresses are going to be, are going to be official Wyze cameras versus Xiaomi cameras or Neos cameras, and so they may lock out Neos or Xiaomi, which sucks, but they might. Has anyone pulled RTSP stream direct into Home Assistant? What code did you use in the YAML? I did not. I put mine through MotionEye, and then I grabbed just the camera entity. But you should be able to use, so I have, let's see if we look at this. If we look at the Kiss Cam here, what I've got here should be what you need. And really it's RTSP and then the IP address /live. So if you were to set up a generic camera in your configurator in Ator, I think I'm getting allergies. So if you were to, put right here the URL as, whatever your IP and then /live, I would expect that that's what you would get. You just make sure it's RSTP here, RTSP, whatever. But maybe you've tried that and it didn't work. I don't know, but that's what I would recommend. I think that's what would work. Hey, Alion's here too. All right. Just in time for stickers. There are lots of tutorials on YouTube about the receiver transmitter switches, Amazon Neos. All right. No, you're not too late, Nicola. You're here just in time. Stickers. Setting that up for a friend too. Hope soon. All right. Hey, Stone Wallace, how's it going, man? Hey, I tried Blue Iris last night. I started it. I didn't pay for it yet, but I'm gonna. And I think I'm for now just gonna run it on my. I'm just gonna run it on my main PC. So if I set it all up and get it all working with the cameras on my PC, and then later I want to move it to another PC, I'm sure it's reasonable, right, to grab whatever config files and switch it over to a different machine. Should be okay, right? Stickers. I mentioned stickers. Yes. The stream working config page is a good resource for camera YAML setups. Oh, I didn't know there was a stream working config. Post it for us, would you, Seamus? Post it for us. Could you cover dark sky in a tutorial at some point and see if IO can get into the HA dashboard? Oh, really? I could try. We could talk about it sometime. My full-on video making time is becoming more and more limited. I like doing it, and they obviously, as far as responses on YouTube, is how much YouTube promotes it and how much advertisement there is, and those kinds of things are all better with those videos than with the live streams. But the live streams I can do, making full-on videos, they're pretty limited these days. Totally digging ESP-Home. Got over 30 devices on it now. Nice, Mark. Can he use if this then that with Wyze running the RTSP feed? I would guess so. I don't know that there's anything, Alian, that is not available, but you'd have to kind of poke through that. Check out those links with where you get the firmware and see if there's something different in there or not. I don't know. Oops, chat. I don't know if there's anything different in there or not. There might be. Can I record the cam system? Yeah. Yeah. So that's the nice thing about MotionEye. So like, for example, you can set these in the app. So this is the Wyze Cam, right? You can set the Wyze Cam in the app to record motion and upload it to their cloud service if you want, or record it to the SD card that's in the device if you want. Or here in MotionEye, you can also set it to detect motion and to record or to grab still images and save them onto your Home Assistant machine or whatever machine you're running MotionEye on. So they don't go anywhere. They don't go to the cloud or anything like that. And then you can also, there's ways you can send messages to yourself about it. So you can send yourself an image and that kind of thing, a feed. So just export your setup on one Blue Iris, then import it to another. Good. I was hoping it was that easy. I just thought since you were here, I'd ask you. And you can use if this then that to make webhooks when there's motion. And yes. In fact, right here, you can also make a webhook too. Pretty sure. I'm not going to turn it on, but I think you can. There's a way to make webhooks. I can't remember where it is, but somewhere in here in these options, there's an option for creating webhooks, and then you just you make your automation. The trigger is a webhook with a unique ID and Home Assistant, and then you put that unique ID webhook URL in here, and so when it whatever happens, it will post to that URL and start your automation. Experts from the live streams are very useful. Okay, good. Save searching back through hours of video. Good. And we try and get the timestamps on them. I think we have it on most of them at this point. So that's good too. It's helpful. Turn on motion detection. Make sure you turn it off again. Yeah, I turned it off. It didn't turn off. Stinker. It's going to say, are you sure you want to go away from this page? Yes, I am sure. All right, let's see. Oh, and then Tyson's got another one to post. Here we go. What do you got, Chris? What do you got? All right, let's see. How are we doing here? 58? We can get some more than that, don't we? We'll give it another minute. Oh, I'll call the kids. Computer. Tell everyone it's time for sign off.
Announcing.
It's time for sign off. Yeah, get your stickers in now. And if you're on Twitch, I probably missed most of the Twitch chatting. If you're on Twitch, you got to go to YouTube real quick and just say something in the chat so you can get entered. Looks like the Restream.io chat has been frozen for an hour, so I have missed every single bit of Twitch chat since then. You like my hat? They like my hat.
I don't even know my Lego set. I finished my Lego set.
You finished it already?
Yeah, I have.
Wow, you guys are
I'm like
good.
in the middle.
Maybe I should do my leg. Ow.
Your leg?
Well, my leg's just sore. Okay, stickers.
Wait, do stickers. I want to watch you. You have?
Stickers. You like my hat? My head is really hot. Okay. Hold on, there's a cord underneath.
Oh.
Here, let's take this off for now. Oh my goodness. Sweaty head. Okay, things are going to get noisy in here, so let's do it.
Bye-bye.
We're going to do the drum roll. You guys ready? Drum roll. And the winner is Dave Neese. Congratulations. Subscription status private. All good. That's okay. Oh, looks like he's got some pro pool playing going on there. That's awesome. All right, man. Hey, Dave. So send me your address in Discord. Find me in Discord. Send me your address, and I will send you some stickers. Pass the stickers to someone else. Okay, that's all right. If you win, you can do that. Dave, there he is. Woohoo! What language? Oh, we'll think about that in just a minute. You guys can talk about it and think about what you think.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Seamus posted this.
No.
Did you post it in the... We'll do one more.
We're doing one more?
No, we're doing it.
We're doing that one.
Okay. We can do it quiet. We can do it loud. We can do lots of different things. All right. So let's do one more. You guys ready? One more time for stickers. There's some information about how to set up your streams, I think. I think that's what that was. Oh, hello, Jan. Yes, your address. You want to press it? Yes. Oh, you want to press the drum roll? Okay, Gracie's going to do the drum roll. Do it. James Patterson, you won last time. James, we're going to roll it again, okay? If you need some more stickers, James, I can send you some more stickers because you did fair and square win. But that's crazy that you won again because didn't you just win? I swear I just sent you some. Is that true? I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's do one more too. Okay, you ready to push it again?
Oh, he said something.
Do it again. All right, James, thank you. Okay, Holly's going to do it. Push it. There you go. Ken Burns. Congratulations, Ken Burns. You won some stickers. You want stickers? Chris, you send me your address. I'll send you some stickers.
Hey.
Speaking of.
October 14th, 2018. Wow.
There you go.
That was last
All right,
year.
guys. Thanks a bunch. So, Ken, get a hold of me in Discord. Send me your address, and I will send you some stickers. Okay?
Stickers.
All right, guys. What should we do today?
Fast.
Fast? Okay, but don't do it loud. Fast doesn't necessarily mean loud. We did it slow last time.
Yeah, we told you in the other video that we do it fast.
Oh, okay. Then let's do it fast.
Make sure you
Look at this. Do we have the whole family here? We actually have the whole family here.
Except Mom.
Except Mom. That's pretty awesome. Look at there's the whole family, guys.
What's that?
Awesome. Choo-choo, homies.
Just scratching my
Thanks for your help today, Frank, and everybody else too.
Perfect.
Okay, we ready? We're gonna do it fast. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Adios. Okay, guys. Happy Easter.
Adios.
Happy Easter. Bye bye. Don't scream. Where's the button?
As always,
Stop it.
adios.
Okay.
That's
Bye
it.
bye.
As always.